Now we're going to move on to Chunk 5. In the Chunk 5 assignment, you are going to speak your introduction and conclusion into your device, and then you're going to edit. So the first thing that you'll need to do is create the outline for the introduction and conclusion. I want you to do the conclusion first. Here's why. It is a shorter version of the introduction. It helps you think everything out, get it all organized, and then you can transition all of this over to the introduction. So, begin the conclusion with something close to in conclusion. That's fine for now. If you want to change it later, you can. You don't have to. So, in conclusion, which lets people know, okay, now we're at the end. Now, here's the tip. When you're going to actually end. Don't keep going and going and going and going. I think I used the example of the minister who says, and now we're about to reach the end, so, and everybody's like, oh, thank God, it's time for lunch. I can get out of here. And then 20 minutes later, you're still sitting there. By that time, you're sliding down in the pew. You're about ready to crawl across the floor to get out. So don't do that to your reader. When you say in conclusion, mean it. One paragraph out. So in conclusion, and here's where you're going to conclude. You're going to put in your thesis statement. In conclusion, and even though you don't use personal pronouns, you're going to say, I proved that blah, 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 blah. Whatever your thesis statement is, and you're going to then go into your reasoning for successful proving of your thesis by going to your section 3. You're going to put in that portion where you, in your own words, describe what you are doing in section 3. The reason we're doing section 3 first is because right up here, we just got done with section 3. So this is easy to transition to. In section 3 that I just talked about, here's what I talked about. And your readers are going to go, yeah, that's right, we did. Then you're going to move to 2, which was a little further away in time. But it's a pretty darn good argument. So they're going to be like, okay, yeah, that's right, I remember that one. Then you're going to go to your strongest argument, but it was the one that was the furthest away in time. So you're going to begin and end with your strongest argument, which, I mean, why not? Let's put the best out there, right? And it was the furthest away, so you want to leave them with that. You've got to remind them of this one because, number one, it was the best one or the strongest one. And number 2, that's your closing. Then you're going to finish. You're not going to tell them, so in conclusion, clean up the oceans. No. You're going to leave them with some type of thought-provoking, but not trite comment.